Moving on, La Republique's economy continues to go porous. Vehicles are grounded in Yaounde, passengers stranded for lack of fuel. How can they take care of another country, Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia, when commodities like fuel is barely available in a nation's capital? Well, the signs were visible for the blind over the weekend as commuters and passengers now spend hours on one spot waiting for taxis that never came. Few drivers on the road told their passengers that they barely headed homewards because they had no fuel to even run taxi cabs that morning.
Well, reports from yesterday morning, most workers put on their sports shoes to face the odds of making offices and probably await sanctions. These are early signs of a collapsing country coming ahead of the moribund parliament holding the budgetary sessions, which comes up every November. The 2024 state budget of La Republic of Cameroon has been earmarked to have a significant increase depending on increased taxes as a survival measure. The state budget for the year 2023 was 345.1 CFA in billions in resources and expenses.
Not forgetting that the total expenditure for 2023 was projected at 6.4 billion francs CFA, an increase of 32.7 billion francs CFA in absolute terms compared to 2022. Generally speaking, the budget policy for the 2023 fiscal year focused on optimizing the mobilization of tax, customs, and non-tax revenues, which have touched businessmen and investors right into the marrow. Before the Colonial La Republic Parliament comes out with the blueprint in early December, sources close to the reporter have disclosed that 2024 in La Republique would be a catastrophic year.
The price of fuel may go up from what it is currently, 730 francs EFA to 1000 francs EFA per liter, and that the corrupt state, which is already too heavily indebted, might not be able to support the salary weight of its civil servants. And if civil servants go for a month without their salaries, that will be the final collapse. Peace is measured in La Republic de Cameroon only when civil servants take their salaries. But I mean, how else would they survive? Come out of their cars, drink their beers, and chase their women thinking that they are solving their problems when such problems are only being postponed. Now, let's take a practical example. Imagine a civil servant without his beer or without his extra cash. Just like every economy, with the increase in fuel, prices of all other basic commodities like food items, household necessities, transportation, and even building materials will surge. Life itself will even become unbearable because people would need to move from one place to the another. Without delving into the country's political quagmire at the level of succession, the days ahead are not favorable for neighboring La Republic to stand on its feet again. And it's a sad one. Coming up next is African Report.